Welcome to Greener Good. What is? I'm Dame Grant,
And I'm Pandy Patterson.
and today we're going to focus on what is eco-friendly sewing. So, with that being said, Pandy, tell us about eco-friendly sewing. What is it? Where does it begin? Please.
Yeah, so I've recently been very concerned about a lot of the fabric and clothing that ends up in our landfill.
Okay.
And so, even if you're going and you're buying clothing from the thrift store, which is a nice eco-friendly thing to do, but if this fabric is synthetic, it's eventually going to end up in the garbage dump.
Okay.
And it is, it's going to pollute our air and our water. All of that stuff leaches from the dump into the groundwater.
So there's chemicals in the clothing. You're saying that once it hits the landfill, it'll pollute just like plastics or metals or anything like that isn't properly placed.
Yeah.
Or recycled in an eco-friendly
Yeah.
way.
And it's not just at the garbage dump. The people making the fabric, which are, often in other countries and not with very good conditions, they're using toxic dyes and toxic fabrics. So, what I'm trying to do is learn to make things that are in a little more eco-friendly fashion. A lot of patterns you buy at the store will have instructions in them that'll say, use interfacing. A lot of this interfacing is a synthetic fabric, and that's what we're trying to avoid, because even if you took a nice cotton for your shirt, if you put this interfacing, which usually glues on, there's not going to be a good way to, take that apart so that we could compost the cotton.
Okay.
Any natural fabric will compost. And that's really what our aim is to do things that are either totally recyclable or compostable. Things that have any kind of plastic pieces here, the buttons, like this hat has a plastic thing in the visor.
Yeah.
Anything like that, plastics can only be recycled so many times, and certain plastics can't at all.
As we learned in our game show segment,
Yeah.
certain plastics can't be recycled at all. So what's the next step, or how does one move forward with eco-friendly sewing?
So what you're going to want to do is use natural fabrics. Here I've got a couple of different organic cottons. This is a knit, and this is a quilting fabric.
Okay.
So any natural fabric, and especially if it's organic. If you're going to use things that have hardware, for instance, this has metal, is pretty easy. You can recycle that almost forever. Same with glass. That recycles really well. This is an organic cotton zipper, and so I've chosen a metal and cotton instead of a nylon zipper.
Yes.
Yeah.
I see what you mean.
Yeah. A lot of even like in the band here, you can use a nice cotton webbing for that. There's various different stuffing you can use. Instead of polyester, you can be using these cottons like this. This is like a quilting with cotton instead of the polyester. So like this one, this has a plastic in there, right? So I've taken and just put in a little bit of this cotton duck in there, which is really stiff, and that makes a pretty good visor.
Replacing
like
the
that.
plastic that was in, for example, this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you're gonna make something new, then put it together with some eco-friendly materials. And basic idea is just think that as much as you can, use materials that you can throw right into the compost bin.
Great. Well, that was really informative. What's your next project besides the hats, the purses? Do you have anything, specifically that you're working on?
Yeah, in our next video, I'm going to be showing how to make a hat.
Great. Well, you heard it here. Thank you, Pandy. Hope that was informative for everyone. I know it was for me. We'll see you next time at Greener Good.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Well, if you like what you've seen so far,
Subscribe to our YouTube channel.
it's easy. Just click, click, click.
Yes, we're going to put the link right up here. Click, click, click,
We're
click.
there, we're here, there, anywhere.
Go ahead, do it. Click, subscribe. Thank you.
Thanks.